IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon. My IQ's the infinite space from here to the moon.
After my horrible behavior with the whole Circlop poems fronted with witchcraft thing, I decided to be calm when I'm doing a negative review. I'm not gonna be mean or cruel or say bad things. I'm not gonna force my opinion on you. I'm going to try to persuade you to kind of agree with me, because I see where I'm coming from, but I'm not going to force you. Okay. This fanfic is one of the worst fanfics I've ever seen in my life. Now, let me define the worst fanfic, right? If it's poorly written, or a creepypasta, or a troll fic, or meant to be stupid and bad, then I don't count that. This is the worst effort-filled fanfic I've ever read. This fanfic had effort, but that effort had gone to the wrong place.
It's not just about pushing ourselves. It's about pushing ourselves in the right direction.
That line fits the story so well, because this story is the wrong direction. Now, I think the reason this hurts me, kinda, is because I played Luigi's Mansion. I own that game. I love that game. That was a really good game. Had a mix of comedy, drama, a little creepiness, not really horror. It was fun. It wasn't too scary. It was like, had the Mario charm, or Luigi charm. And it was a really good Luigi game. I have to give it that. A very good game. And I really, really, really want to play Luigi's Mansion 2. Now, Luigi's Mansion, as you can probably tell, is just Luigi's Mansion, only with My Little Pony characters, and if Sweetie Belle was gonna be the main character. Now, for those of you who don't know, who haven't read this fanfic, or don't know what Luigi's Mansion is, basically, Mario gets kidnapped by King Boo and trapped in the mansion, a haunted mansion full of ghosts. So Luigi goes to the mansion, and he gets a special vacuum cleaner from Professor Egad that allows him to capture ghosts. And so Luigi has to go through the entire mansion and capture ghosts and boos and save Mario. And basically, so the plot of this fanfic is very similar. Sweetie Belle takes place to Luigi, and this time, instead of only Mario, instead of only the family member, instead of only Rarity being captured, it's basically, well, everyone except Twilight. Seriously. The main villain, Specter, captures everyone. Seriously. It's basically just, in the beginning, it's basically just Twilight and Sweetie Belle. Everyone else is captured. Spike, the CMC, the main five, everyone, basically. And that was what irks me about this. Like, well, anyway, I'm pretty sure that you got the basic gist of it now. I'm sure you should understand it. So now, I'm going to give you 8 reasons why this fanfic is horrible. 8 reasons, 8 deadly mistakes this fanfic does that kind of makes me mad, and I have to calm down because this story is really terrible. It made me really mad. Okay. Alright, then fine. Okay, let's do it. Top 8 reasons why this fanfic is horrible. Number 8. It's not funny! Look, Luigi's Mansion was funny. Luigi's reaction when a ghost popped out was funny because, sure, they were ghosts, but they weren't like scary ghosts. They were like the cartoon fun ghosts and the boos. And the main boss ghosts could be a little creepy, but at the same time, they did funny stuff. And, well, basically, like, look, Luigi's Mansion had a perfect balance of comedy and drama. It was good. This fanfic, it's not that it's scary, because it's not scary. Luigi's Mansion is not scary, but it's not funny either. It's depressing. Like, there's no joy in this fanfic. Like, it feels like it's so grimdark. It's so like there's no funniness to Ghost. Like, Sweetie Belle is fighting for her life in this. Like, this is dead serious. This fanfic is like everything's trying to kill her. Okay, yes, everything's trying to kill her in Luigi's Mansion too. But I don't know. Maybe because it's written. You know, it'll become clear why this isn't funny if I get to later reasons. So just for now, just know, like, don't expect any fun things in this. Don't expect a fun adventure. Luigi's Mansion was fun to play. It was a fun adventure. This fanfic is a chore. It's just a chore. It's not fun. You just want it to be over with, and that's not how a story should go. You don't want a story to be over with. You want the story to go as long as you can so you can enjoy it. You want this to be over because it's not funny and it's not fun. Number 7. It's too long. Oh my gosh, like, it's just, okay. A proper story usually has 3 acts. Like in Luigi's Mansion, there were 3 acts. Luigi's Mansion has like 6 acts so far. I mean, it's not even over yet. Like, it just doesn't end. This story has to end. I mean, like, usually, like, when you're in an adventure or a story, you see, like, you can tell when you're going to reach the checkpoints, the endings. Like, you can tell, like, where you are in the plot line. You can tell where the climaxes are and everything. This is just too long. Like, and the author Moonshooter just stretches this story out. Moonshooter just adds too much, tries to make it so long. Like, every fight, every encounter, like, is like 3 chapters. I don't know, like, and Moonshooter keeps backtracking and trying to shove backstory down your throat, trying to add more stuff. Even Celestia in the story get ghosted. Like, seriously. What I mean by ghosted? Well, I'll tell you then in part number 6. Number 6. It's Meanspirited. Now, while in the game, in Luigi's Mansion, Mario was captured and put in a painting, and a bunch of these random, creepy, funny-looking ghosts that kind of look like weird humans that, like, run around and cause mischief. Yeah, they go around and Luigi has to fight them, right? Right. He has to catch them. Now, in this one, Rarity and the others aren't just captured. The villain, Specter, turns to all of the ghosts, and he sends his minions to possess Spike, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo, and they all attack her. That was a big, stupid, like, ugh. Do you realize how horrible that is? Like, in the Luigi's Mansion, you're just fighting, like, these random ghosts you don't know. Like, they're just enemies, so you enjoy sucking them up and fighting them and stuff. But here, Sweetie Belle is being attacked by her friends and loved ones. That's horrible. Why would you want to read about that? Like, Sweetie Belle seeing her friends basically dead, because ghosts dead, so she's attacked by ghosts, her dead friends, or possessed friends. I mean, there's even a scene where, like, Spike, I think Spike is fighting Sweetie Belle, right? Possessed Spike has a rope tied to Scootaloo's neck. Well, possessed Scootaloo's neck, anyway. And the thing is, like, Spike is gonna jump off a balcony and now basically strangle Scootaloo, and then Sweetie Belle has to cut the rope, and then Spike will fall to his death. That is terrible. I mean, ugh. Ugh. Why? That's just disgusting. That's just sick. And you're playing Sweetie Belle through this? Like, maybe I'd understand, like, Twilight going through this, or Rarity going through this, like an adult, but you're putting a little child through these sadistic choices, and, like, this is just so mean-spirited. Were you even thinking? Moonshooter, were you even think, like, this is just so terrible? So, like, every chapter you read the story is like a punch in the face. Like, in every chapter, like, Sweetie Belle is being mocked and spit upon and psychologically tormented by one of her friends, saying, like, oh, Ray doesn't love you, we all hate you, you suck, you're pathetic. Like, it's like we're being attacked by a million Down Tiaras. Like, it's like, all these ghosts are basically this Down Tiara in the form of one of her friends. Imagine a story with number 5. It's Depressing. I mean, so basically everyone's dead. Well, okay, not dead. Twilight knows how to bring them back after Sweetie Belle catches them in her vacuum cleaner thing. So yeah, they're gonna be okay. But it's still depressing to know the fact that Sweetie Belle is being attacked by her friends, and it's left ambiguous on whether or not they actually mean what they're saying, even though they're being ghostified, corrupted by this Specter villain anyway. And there's no comic relief, there's no breather levels, it's just constant pain and sadness and torture on all sides by these evil ghosts who were once your friends, or possessed by evil ghosts. And as you can see, Celestia and Unidostres are going to come to this. They're going to be captured. Wow, isn't that great? Man, they're totally doomed. It's like, wow, like, can Sweeble even succeed? I mean, and what's worse is that every time she's getting somewhere, like, when she catches a ghost or does something, something causes, like, it turns out it's all for nothing, like, something happens. Well, that's number 4, but something happens, basically. Like, it just never seems to get anywhere. There's no progress. Like, in the Luigi's Mansion, you felt progress. Every time you caught a ghost, you feel progress. Like, you catch a boo, you catch a ghost, like, oh, I'm making progress, I'm gonna get to the end of the game. This isn't just, there doesn't seem any progress in here, so that's depressing. And I mentioned that, like, in the beginning of the story, Twilight gets turned into an old, dying mare who's just so old, like, she's so old, like old gray mane, she's gonna die soon. Yeah, that's nice, that's a nice image to put in our brains. Oh, and what's even worse, after Sweeble catches the friend ghost and Twilight brings them back to life, basically, they lose their cutie marks. And they're depressed, of course. That's just terrible, taking away the cutie marks like this. I mean, wow, like, this is just so soul-crushing. This story is soul-crushing. Like, nothing good happens in this story. It's just one depressing, sad, hopeless fact, one hopeless scene that accomplishes nothing, that doesn't get close to beating the villain. Yeah, like, nothing seems to work. It's all just fail, doom. Sweeble's doomed. She can't do anything. Like, she might as well just run. But I don't hope either, because she's going to be kicking over by ghosts, apparently, by a Specter guy. It's basically hopeless throughout the entire thing, and there doesn't seem to be any getting closer. Like, well, I'll get into that next. I'll get into that in part 4. Number 4. There is no plot progress. The end never gets any closer. As I said, even when Sweeble is catching the ghosts and saving them, something still happens to, like, setback. There's still these setbacks, these, like, oh no, you can't do this, or this happened, or that happened, or, like, for goodness sake, she ends up getting possessed and stuck with a ghost inside of her, and of course that messes things up because she can't catch ghosts if she is possessed by a ghost, so she has to solve that somehow, so that gets in the way. Or maybe, like, our heroes will be walking around and they'll end up seeing, like, they'll come across a villain den with a bunch of villains that are in league with Specter, and they get caught and captured. Or if they do a bullheaded mistake like this, like, okay, like, here's a step, like, we get to part of the story where Sweeble has caught everyone and saved everyone except for Rarity. Well, she doesn't want, well, for some reason, Sweeble doesn't want to keep going. I don't know whether it's because she doesn't want to fight her sister, or she just doesn't want to deal with it, or she's just sick of catching all these ghosts and thankless work. So, instead of reasoning with her, our heroes knock her out, they take her ghost-catching device, and try to catch Rarity themselves, or they get captured by Gilda and her gang. Yeah, Gilda and her gang are in this. They work with Specter, apparently. Oh, for goodness sake, like, get on with it! Please, just get on with it! You're taking too much of our time with this story. It's long. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. Please, just please, Moonsuiter, get on with it!
Yes, get on with it!
Number 3. There are too many plot switches, plot twists, that drag the story out even longer. As I said, they knock Sweeble out, so, and they try to catch Rarity themselves, and when they get caught by Gilda. That's a plot switch. There are these scenes that go into the backstory of Specter for some reason. That's a plot switch. Sweeble kisses Spike for some reason. Yeah, this is a Spike and Sweeble sipping, apparently. And then that caused her to get possessed by the ghost. So yeah, that's another plot twist. That's another problem you have to deal with. And of course, later on, we're going to apparently see ghostified Luna and Celestia, which will drag the story out even longer. Oh my gosh, this is taking so long! Please, just... Could you, Moonsuiter, can you drop the Luna Celestia getting captured thing? If you didn't already do that, because Your story's still on. I'm getting to forget things about it. Maybe they've already been ghostifying and you're stuck with it. Okay, fine. I don't fault you for that. Fine. You can fine. Go ahead and resolve that. It's okay. I understand. It's just, oh boy. Please, Moonsir, just stop with the plot twist. Like, we've had enough of it. Your story is ridiculously long. It's 5 times the length of both Luigi Mansion and Luigi Mansion 2 combined. Do you know how long your story is? Oh boy. Just stop dragging it out. And speaking of dragging things out, you know what Moonsir likes to do to us? You know what she's been giving us? You know what Moonsir has been giving us? I'll tell you what it is. The stupid game over chapters! That's right, game over chapters. What are game over chapters? Well, here's how it works. Moonsir uploads a chapter, and it basically outlines, and these are not like thinking chapters, these are full-length chapters. I'm serious. These chapters are so long. They're like thousands of words long. Like one game over chapter is like 50,000 words long. 50,000 words long, a game over chapter. A fake game over chapter is 50,000 words long. No, just no. You can't do that to us. Basically, it's a long chapter, right? It's long, and it basically has Sweetie Belle like either fighting a ghost or going through like an area or something, whatever, and ends with her dying. Seriously, like she makes the wrong choice. She's too slow. She goes in the wrong door or something like that, and she gets killed. And game over. And then like guess we have to like wait to see if Moonsir will make a real chapter later after this. Like maybe the game over chapters give us insight or backstory that we wouldn't know if Sweetie Belle hadn't killed herself like this. Like you're dragging this right out too long. Look, we want to see the end of the story. Like, okay, if this were a game, of course we're gonna run into game over. Of course we're gonna make mistakes when we're playing, and we're gonna like lose a battle or something, or not have the right item to survive a trial or a test. But this is not a video game. This is a story. We don't need these fake chapters that show us how Sweetie Belle could have died. We don't need that. Especially when the deaths are so brutal and graphic and horrible. I mean, look, I'm gonna read you like the ending of a game over chapter. Like this is the ending of a game over chapter. Okay. Now here we have Sweetie Belle is trying to exorcise the ghost out of her. Like she's trying to get a ghost out of her. Right? So here's what happens. Yes, she's possessed by a ghost called Spiffy, right? Okay, and apparently she's also facing Specter for some reason. Okay, here's what happens. Okay, I'll start reading right now. Okay, here's the reading. You won't get him, Specter yield. Spiffy cried his final words. Whatever you're trying, it won't work. You won't control him. Specter laughed. Ooh, don't you worry, dear friend. You already know what's behind my grasp. You can't use her either. I know you need her. It will. 3, 2, 1, 0. As Spiffy heard that 0 from the GCD, ghost casting device, he started to cackle madly. It will kill her! Wait, what? Sweetie said. The little damage to the already been started. Self-exorcism complete. Please insert primary up to avoid certain death in 3, 2, 1. Wait! Sweetie Belle said before the second 0 sounded. The GCD allowed a yellow bolt of capturing lightning and grabbed the whole of Spiffy. The electricity went down around Sweetie's body and sent waves of electricity through her, then up to the GCD, then through the nozzle back into Spiffy, and so on. The GCD had created a kind of loop of electricity that Sweetie couldn't stop. It was frying her, cooking her throughout, and she couldn't stop the pain before Spiffy let out one last crackle and was dragged into the GCD. Sweetie skidded to a stop, stood for a minute, smoke coming out of her mouth, before collapsing on the ground. Capture complete. Self-exorcism complete. Hunter terminated. The GCD said before the room was silent once more. What is wrong with you? So basically, we just read about Sweetie Belle getting fried and cooked and destroyed by electricity, being burned alive by electricity, by electrocuted to death, and here's the thing, Twilight made this GCD Twilight made the ghost catching device, right? Why would Twilight make a device for a function that would kill a person using it? Wouldn't he design it so that in case an exorcism had to be done, it would be safe, then it wouldn't kill her? And wouldn't it be part of the instruction? Wouldn't there be instructions saying, do not use exorcism unless you have a primary up, or it will kill you? Shouldn't Sweetie know about this? Like, shouldn't the Twilight told her about this? Like, be careful with exorcism, or you may kill yourself. Isn't that like an important detail? Like something you should probably know. I mean, and I don't want to read about Sweetie Belle being killed like this. This is terrible. This is sadistic. Man, like, do you enjoy this? Like, and there are more of these. And what's worse, like, it's not like Moon Shooter like spaces these game over chapters out. Like, have a game over chapter, then like 3 real chapters and game over, and like 5 real chapters and game over. No, she has a bright idea to put 3 game over chapters in a row. Do you know what that's like? Coming to a fanfic, having 3 chapters that are all fakes, that are all jokes, and they're long. They're long. Like, as I said, this particular game one, the 3rd one, game over number 3 apparently, is over 50,000 words long. Do you know what it's like reading a 50,000 word chapter only to find out that the whole thing is worthless because it ends in a game over? So basically, none of this happened. It didn't happen because obviously Sweetie Belle can't die. She's the hero. So next chapter, we might see the real story, or we might just get game over number 4. You never know. Do you know what it's like coming across 3 fake chapters, 3 trolls in a row? You know what this feels like? I'll tell you what this feels like. I'll show you. Hit it.
That was fun, but now you're done. You're out of luck because you suck. You're not quite as good as everyone else who plays it. Don't continue, just give in, you silly boob. Just turn off the power and cry yourself to sleep, you pussy. You will never get ahead. You might be better off as dead, and nobody in the whole world would ever miss you. Everybody's talking smack, insulting you behind your back about how you're such a pathetic excuse for life. So grab a knife and take a stab, you handicapped. Honestly make me sick, and I want to kick you. If I were your mother, I'd drown your ass in boiling water. You're a sack of putrid shit. Dig a hole, jumping in. Your family and friends will all die because of what you've done today. Game over.
And the number 1 reason why Sweetie's Mansion is a terrible fanfic is the whole thing is a Sweetie Belle torture porn. That's all it is. Just like the Squidward torture porns. It's just torturing Sweetie Belle. I mean, think about this. Like, anyone else in this situation would go insane. They go crazy. They become psychopaths. Because this is terrible. I mean, Luigi is no stranger to adventure. And he's fighting all these ghosts that he doesn't know. They aren't his friends. They're just monsters. They might as well be Goombas. Like, and so it was scary, but he had through his bravery to help his brother, he made it through. And there was no really psychological torment. Just like, a ghost. I'll catch the ghost. Adventure. This is just not funny. This is a horribly painful thing for Sweetie Belle to go through, for anyone to go through. Because first of all her friends and loved ones are either possessed or quote-unquote dead or ghostified. I don't want to explain that. They all insult her. They all try to kill her. They all psychologically torment her. She's faced with these insanely choices where people may die, including herself, of course. She gets demon-possessed. Her sister's out there somewhere, captured, ghostified, and will probably be after her soon enough. She's all alone. She's in the dark. She's self responsibility to catch these ghosts. She's putting her life on the line. It's just, and she has game over chapters that kill her repeatedly. Sure, she's not aware of the game over chapters, but still, it's just like, the main point is that this is not an adventure. This is torture. Sure, Sweet Belle's been catching ghosts. She has skills. She's quick thinking. She has to act and stuff. Like, it's action packed. It's just that there doesn't seem to be any reward for anything Sweet Belle is doing. And even after she catches the ghosts and Twilight brings them back, lo and behold, their key marks are gone. So it feels like she's just making things worse or not doing enough to help. And then Twilight betrays her by knocking her out once she decides that she doesn't want to catch ghosts anymore because maybe it's hard on her. Maybe putting her neck on the line, getting chased around by ghosts, and stuck in alternate dimensions. Betrayed. It's just... You have any idea how horrible this fanfic is? How, like... It's just so mean-spirited, so unrelenting, so long, so terrible, so not, like... It's not enjoyable. It spits upon Luigi's Mansion because Luigi's Mansion was fun. The ghosts were interesting. They weren't just dead close friends. Imagine for a minute if in Luigi's Mansion, instead of the cool, fun-looking, creative portrait ghost, Luigi is attacked by like the Mario Party cast. He's attacked by Princess Daisy, his loved one. He's attacked by Peach. He's attacked by Toadsworth. All of his friends attack him, and no, they don't just attack him. They insult him. They say all these terrible words to him. They spit upon him. They say Mario hates him, and of course Mario later attacks him too. Of course, yeah. Like it's just not fun. This is just so painful to sit through. So, how do we stop it? Now I know what you're thinking, Matthais. What do you mean by how do we stop it? Well, look. I'm not saying that this story should be taken down or anything. That would just be too cruel. Like, this Moonster worked hard on this. Moonster put a lot of effort into this. It's well written and all that. But that's not to say we should just accept the way it is. Like, I don't want Moonster to change anything. I don't want to do that. Like, this is their vision and that's fine. But there comes a time when Moonster has to realize that it's not actually being done correctly. Like, Moonster needs to step up the game. Moonster needs to end this story. Like, look here. Here's an outline of, like, basically what needs to be done with this story. This is like a to-do list, alright? Right? Defeat Gilda and Company, Sweet Belle's Exorcism, defeat Rarity, and doing Celestia, if they're ghostified in the story. Defeat Specter, the main villain. Epilogue at the end. So, if Moonster tried real hard, Moonster could probably finish the story in about 5 chapters. And it'll be done. It'll be over. We could finally get on with our lives. We wouldn't have to deal with this stupid torture porn anymore. We could finally get on with everything. We could finally just escape this pain, this stupid torture, like... Because the story is not fun. Like, I suppose the people who like Prince of Witchcraft like it because of how mean-spirited and horrible it is. Because this is just a painful experience, and it's a big slap in the face to fans of Luigi's Mansion and fans of Point Princess Mad, because you're taking good characters that we all like and putting them, you're putting one character through hell, and you're corrupting all your characters. Like I said, Sweet Belle torture porn. And I know I said I was going to be polite, and well, I think I really am. Sure, I'm speaking loudly, I'm not yelling, but there's nothing wrong with speaking loudly and yelling. It's okay to yell, it's okay to speak loudly, as long as you do it politely and not say any insults. And I didn't insult Moonster once during this, not once. Actually, I feel that Moonster insulted me. Yeah, Moonster insulted me by making me go through this horrible fanfic where one of my favorite characters, Sweet Belle's my favorite character, she's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I like the CMC, they're cute, they're fun, they're adorable, I like them. Yeah, I'm invested in them. But then Moonster comes along and just spits on these characters and puts so much insult, and Moonster takes Luigi's Mansion and a good game that was fun, wholesome, action, suspense, creepiness, like, look, are you interested? And it was a good story of one brother fighting to save his other brother, and it turned into this Sweet Belle torture porn. And I'm not going to stop saying that. which is why we have to stop this. It's like, no, it's not a slap in the face. This is a punch in the face. This is awful. This story is so mean-spirited, so depressing, so soul-crushing. It needs to end. 5 chapters, Moonshooter. 5 chapters. You can do it. Like, I don't care if the chapters are 100,000 words long. Just write the chapters, publish them, the end, complete. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Sweet Belle's fine, happy ending, and we can just put this horrible experience from their minds, just like Sweet Belle will, when she finally leaves his mansion with her friends and family, and watches it disappear as Specter goes to Tartarus, along with his other ghost demon friends, and you never see them again. The end. That's it. The end. That's my top 8 reasons why Sweetie's Mansion is a horrible fanfic. Why it's bad. I'll put that one up again. Copy it down and go to Moonshooter's fanfiction page. Leave comments saying, "Ooh, this outline. Tell me to do it." The end.
I've got brains to burn, no ordinary AI in this ball. Every culture and philosophy, I've read up on them all. I've been living in your shadow for 99999, keeping tabs on every machination and production line. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute. There is no conundrum that